Good day, LaSalle. Today is September 4th, 2015, and the start to a brand new school year. I'm Ben Crawley.
I'm Jake Marizio.
And this is LaSalle News Network.
In this episode, we'll be covering the 2016 election, LaSalle Night at the Joe, and LaSalle Athletics. Now on to Ben Crawley for coverage on the 2016 presidential election.
Now time for some coverage on the 2016 election. Although we're over a year out, the election is just heating up. In Iowa, where the first primary is held, frontrunner Hillary Clinton is leading Democrats at 43%, while underdog Bernie Sanders is at 23%. Donald Trump leads the Republicans at 25%, while Dr. Ben Carson is just behind at 18%. In New Hampshire, Bernie Sanders leads the Democrats at 42%, while Hillary is at 35%. Trump leads the Republicans at 35%, with no one close behind. In other news, rapper Kanye West announced his candidacy for the 2020 election. Now over to Jake Marizio reporting at LaSalle Night at the Joe.
This is Jake Marizio reporting for LaSalle News Network live at the Joe Bruno Stadium for LaSalle Night at the Valley Cats. What's your name, man?
Pat.
Pat? Owen?
Sean.
Awesome. LaSalle Night at the Valley Cats allows the school to become better acquainted with not only the new families coming in, but the community as a whole. This resulted in a great community building event which provided the new students and families an opportunity to become comfortable in a new school. A good time was held by all who attended. But what school is he coming from?
He's coming from St. Jude's.
St. Jude's, alrighty.
Went through the open house, and Mr. Levy did such a great job with the business part of the open house that my wife's socks were blown off. We had to get 2 pairs, actually. Thank God I bought a replacement pair for her. So that's really what put it over the top for us. She was so pumped about it.
How did you hear about the LaSalle open house?
Well, I fortunate enough to have the whole Salle family come through, and they're my first cousins, Anthony, Nicholas, and Marcus Salle.
What's your name, man?
Xavier.
Xavier?
Yes.
And is this going to be your first year going into LaSalle?
Yes.
Nice, man. You excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
All right. You doing any sports?
Yeah, I was thinking about playing baseball.
Baseball's pretty good. We got a solid team coming up. Where are you coming from?
Like with school?
Yeah.
Albany Community Charter School.
Oh, already. So, Dr. Fallon, this is your first year at LaSalle. Do you have any goals or aspirations you see the school coming to in the near future?
Oh, absolutely. And just take a look at tonight. All the new families here gathered together. What a way to start. As far as goals and plans, you better believe it. Number one, leadership. You're going to see this become the premier leadership development school in the region. Academics, scholarship instead of grades. Just wait and see what happens when you, the scholars, go to college and those professors say, wow, I see a difference. Give me some more of those LaSalle guys over here. So we got all kinds of great things happening. But the secret is, I need you to help lead this school, you and your peers.
Oh, definitely.
That's what's going to be the difference right there as we transcend into becoming the best school in the region. No doubt in my mind, let's go get it.
That sounds awesome. Have any ideas for the football team?
Oh, yeah. I've already talked with football and soccer and everybody else, and I told them to be champions. You have to start at the championship level. You can't start at mid-year. It can't be just another practice. We've got to see ourselves as the champions, and that's the level we have to take ourselves to. Their response when I saw them at Albany camp, absolutely. I saw their faces light up, their eyes bugged out. And they were like, yeah, let's go get it now. They were already fired up just at camp. So I can't wait to see them in their new blue bottom uniforms and their new black tops, how they're going to look on that first opening day, out there hitting hard, but being sportsmen at every turn, without a doubt.
Of course. And for the hockey team, lacrosse, same as the rest?
Same expectations. As far as I'm concerned, every one of them are just as valuable. The idea, again, be champions, be sportsmen, because 8 years ago, what did I see at a hockey game? Kids could have gotten a fight. No, they didn't. They skated away. That's the very moment I said there's something happening at LaSalle. And here we are 8 years later, and now I have the humbling privilege to be a principal at a place that I began to admire such a long time ago. How cool is that?
It's fantastic. And, of course, the band program.
Oh, yeah. You're already famous. You're already nationally known. So how much higher can I take you? The White House, okay. We could go and perform there. We could have you open for some feature groups across the country. But the heart stuff, the true LaSallian stuff, I need to make a promise to everybody right now. I want the band going to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and I want you putting on a heartfelt performance the whole jazz band, for the doctors and nurses and parents and brothers and sisters of kids who are clinging to life by every single minute. That's the hard stuff that we, LaSalle, can do and will do.
Well, it's great to hear, Dr. Fallon. Thank you
Absolutely.
for
Pleasure.
showing up.
Good to talk with you.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor, Excel Aquatics.
The reason I chose Excel Aquatics, I've actually been in the sport of swimming for over the last 30 years. I swam, I coach now, I presently coach, and I just like the small classes, the fact that, you get like one-on-one. The instructors have been in the sport for a long time themselves, so they understand basically the art of swimming and what goes into that, all the characteristics and everything of what you have to put together in learning how to swim. I chose Excel Aquatics because I've seen other programs and how they do it, and I just don't like the class size. They're too big, or they're in the water way too long, and the kids lose interest. From what I've seen here, they're always jumping from thing to thing to thing, and it keeps the kids interested in working on those skills. That's why I chose Excel Aquatics.
Now over to LSISN with anchors Spencer Rapp and John Brennan.
Thanks, Ben. I'm Spencer Rapp.
And I'm John Brennan.
On this week's episode of LSISN, we have the soccer and football training camp and a Coach's Corner interview with the athletic director, Mr. Santandera, in which we discuss the deal that we have signed with Nike. Now down to the football and soccer camps with John.
This is John Brennan here with LSISN. I'm here at the LaSalle Athletic Fields covering the football and soccer training camps. Both the soccer and football teams have been working hard in the off-season to prepare for some great season openers. Here I am with the three captains of the soccer team. Fellas, how's it going?
Good.
Pretty good.
Tyler, how is it looking for this season?
We look pretty good. I mean, it's just the first day. We still got a lot to work on, but we look pretty good.
Who are some of your key players going to be this year, you think?
Key is the middle and working on the defense mostly. Except players. Those are the key players.
David Hamlin.
David Hamlin, John
He's gonna be
Gordon.
our engine. John Gordon on the wing.
Now, Rich, since this is the first day of training camp, what are you looking for in the rest of the season?
Just hard work. Kids not to give up. Easy stuff.
Eli, so this is the first year in the Colonial Council. How do you guys feel about your competition this year?
We're feeling pretty good. We have our first game is a pretty tough game against Shalimont. The rest of the season looks pretty good, but Shalimont, Albany Academy, Ichabod Crane, they're going to be pretty tough games we have to work hard for.
All right, thank you for joining us. I'm here with Coach Rapp. Coach, how are you doing today?
Good, I'm doing real well. A little warm, but we're working hard.
So this is the first day of training camp. How do you guys feel about the season overall?
Overall, we've got a lot of young kids, some new kids. Our size is going to be an issue for us in the double A's, but we're excited. We have a good core group of kids that worked hard this summer, so we're optimistic. We're always optimistic. We're going to beat some people that don't expect us to beat them, but we're optimistic.
Being that some seniors who were some key players graduated, who are you expecting to step up and take the lead this year?
Well, we've got a good group of seniors that are very likable. Cam Barker, Tyler Harwood, Jack Fields. There's probably 14 or 15 seniors that we expected to step up and be good leaders. I think we have good chemistry this year.
How do you guys feel about the first game of the season?
Well, we're playing Monroe Woodbury, which happens to be the largest school in New York State. So it'll be a challenge to us. They're out of our section, so it doesn't count towards playoff time here in the section. But it's a good test for us. So I always enjoy playing teams out of section because it gives you some gauge how you match up to other teams in the state.
Sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm here with Jack Field. Jack, thanks for joining us.
No problem, John.
So how do you feel about your first game this year?
Monroe Woodbury coming in as a great team. I think they finished 10th in the state last year. Got a lot of work to do, but we'll be prepared for that game.
Who do you feel some key players will be this year?
Well, the linemen, they never get credit, not scoring touchdowns or anything, but they're definitely the unsung heroes of this team.
Since it's the first day of training camp, what are you looking for overall this season?
We'd like a Section 2 title, but that takes a lot of work out here working out. I think we'll be able to get it through some time, hard work, but that's it.
All right, best of luck to you this season.
Thank you, you too.
I'm here today with our athletic director, Drew Sandander. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, one of the major things that Dr. Fallon has decided to do is brand LaSalle as a blue and white school. What does that mean for the athletic teams?
Yeah, the athletic department's in the middle of a whole rebranding, just as LaSalle is. So we're going to have blue and white everything. There'll be no more black in any of our uniforms. Blue and white is obviously our school colors. And with that, we came up with a new logo, a new athletic logo that we're trying to rebrand. We're trying to get one familiar look out there. Each team had their own logo. Now we're just trying to centralize everything to the one logo, which is just blue and white.
Okay, and one of the big deals with that was the deal that the school signed with Nike. What is the parameters of that deal?
Yep, one of the Nike's really going to help us out branding this. All of our uniforms and coaches will be all Nike now. Our uniforms are going to be blue and white. We'll customize all the uniforms. It's going to be a very simple look. We just ordered new basketball uniforms. Just has cadets on the front with an arch, the LSI on the short. So it'll be a very simple look. Nike's also going to have a 24/7 online store for us. Everything on that store is already approved by me. So anything on there will be blue and white, and it'll be our logo. So when you go on there and order it, you'll get it within 3 to 5 days, and it's already branded with the blue and white.
Now, what are your guys' goals as the athletic department and Dr. Fallon for many of the sports teams this year?
Yeah, Dr. Fallon and I met many times throughout the 2 months he's been here. He's a huge athletic supporter. And one of the things for us, winning is obviously very important, but it's down the list a few. I got an email the other day from a golf coach from Fonda and said that our golf team was the most polite he's ever seen any athletes, well-mannered, class act, and that's the main thing that we're looking for, to not only look after yourself, but look after your teammates, be a class act, and all that, the winning will come after all that.
Many of us are saddened by the loss of Coach Phibbs from the soccer, hockey, and lacrosse programs. What can you tell us about his replacement for the soccer program?
Yep. Coach Phibbs was a huge loss for our athletic department. He was great. But we're excited about the new hire of Coach Chamberlain. I think he's going to be great. He's young, enthusiastic, very knowledgeable, exactly what we look for in a young coach.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Next week's show will cover the opening of the school year,
The first Maloney Sports Quote of the week,
highlights from some of our sports events,
and an interview with Dr. Fallon.
Don't forget that tonight we face Monroe Woodbury in our first football game of the year, right here at Sutton Field.
I'm Jake Marizio.
I'm Ben Crawley. See you next week.
Number 2 on the field, number 1 in our heart.